Hi, I'm Tate Thrasher, and I've been fishing for most of my life. I fish for fun, but I also competitively fish in tournaments. I have several big fishing sponsors such as Lew's, Gambler Lures, Old 18, and Strike King. Strike King recently posted me on their Instagram and did a story about me on their website as well. I'd like to share some of my knowledge of bass fishing with y'all today. To be a successful bass fisherman, you need a positive state of mind and confidence in what you are using and throwing throughout the day. My first subject is match hatch. Like whenever you're fishing, you need to have the same type of lure as what the fish would naturally eat. That goes for same color, same size, same shape. This lure right here is a spinnerbait, and these blades represent shad going through the water. And this bait also represents shad going through the water. This bait is called a chatterbait, and since it's like a reddish orange color, it represents a crawfish. And what this does is as it's going through the water, this sends off little vibrations and that the fish can hear. This lure basically is called a Senko, and it represents basically anything, but in this color, it represents a bluegill because it's the same colors as a bluegill. This bait right here is called a rattle trap, and it's shaped exactly like a shad and about the same exact size as a shad, and it's the same colors as what a shad would be. Another tip for bass fishing is you got to do your research. Every time I go to a lake, I always watch YouTube videos and watch other pro fishermen on how they find their spots and then what they look for whenever they're going to certain lakes. Because if you go out to a lake and you don't know what you're going to do, you're not going to catch any fish and you're not going to have any confidence in your spots, which leads to an unsuccessful trip. And you always want to, like, if you're fishing a certain lake and you catch a fish off of like isolated cover, which is like just a stump in the water, and if you see it at another lake that you're going to that you've never been to before, you're probably going to throw up that log and try to catch something off that log. Also, going to a new place, you're going to want to have your graph. This shows you where your fish are, where you're going on the lake. In bigger words, it's called a topographical map, or GPS. And this shows you where your fish are, where the stumps are, everything. It shows you bait, everything. Also, you always want to research what you're going to fish. Third tip to fishing, knowing how to work your lures properly. If you're not working your lures properly, then you're probably not going to catch fish, because the fish have certain types of ways they want to eat their bait. Say that it's like a really, really cold day and the fish are just going to be all huddled up down there. You want to work your lure slow. You want to drag it slow across the bottom. Maybe do some type of slow spinnerbait type thing. Also, another way to get better at working the lures, again, watching YouTube videos, watching the pros tell you how to do it certain ways. On a spinnerbait, you want to cast it out, reel it back slow sometimes. Sometimes they might want to bite it a different way. Cast it out, reel it back fast. Chatterbait, same thing. You can cast it out, let it sink to the bottom and pick it up, and that sends off the vibrations, and then let it drop back down. Or you can just cast it out and reel it back. Senkos, cast it out, let it sink to the bottom, twitch a little bit, and then that's how I catch most of my fish. My conclusion is to recap the information I've given you today: match hatch, know your lakes, and know how to work your lure. Whether you are an avid angler or fish on the Pro Tour, or you just enjoy going out and having fun and having a great day on the lake, you want to catch fish most of the time. I hope the info I have given you today will help you. Please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much for having me speak today on my favorite subject, bass fishing. Thank you.